Now we're going to take a look at the backside, problems 6 through 10 for Unit 9, Test Form B. This is Systems of Equations. Now we've got the word problems. This is where the fun begins. First page should be easy. So, an airplane takes 2 hours and 30 minutes to travel 500 kilometers against the wind. With the same wind, the return trip takes 1 hour and 40 minutes. Find the rate of the wind. So we know that the rate of the plane with the wind is going to be the rate of the plane plus the current. Against the wind, it's just going to be the rate of the plane minus the wind. So then, oh, it's convenient. So 40 minutes is 2/3 of an hour. 2/3 plus 1/3 is 5/3. And they convert into halves too, so that's fine. And my distance is that 500 kilometers that occurs both directions. So I filled in my table. That's an easy 9 points right there. My goodness. So for question B, we're to use the chart to write a system of equations. A system of equations are 2 separate equations. You should be able to shoehorn them in here. I'm going to write on the right here. So rate times time equals distance. So we have 5/3 times r plus w is equal to 500. Well, what's my other equation? Same idea. 5/2 times r plus w is equal to 500. Well, that's nice, right? Now, I don't particularly love having the fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3. I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by 2. And that way, I'm going to get rid of my fractions. So if I multiply 500 by 3, I'm going to get 1,500. And if I multiply this side of the equation by 3, it cancels the 3 out. So I just still have to distribute the 5. So I have 5r plus 5w. And I notice that 5 goes into all 3 of these things, right? So I'm going to divide everything by 5. So I have the simplest form possible. So obviously, divide by 5, divide by 5. So we get r plus w is equal to, and so 1,500 divided by 5. Obviously, you could probably do it in your head. It's 300. Shocking. That's a 3. So on my bottom equation, same idea. Multiply 500 by 2, which is 1,000. Is equal to, that cancels out, so again, distribute. So I get 5r plus, oh my goodness, that's not a plus, that's a minus. Minus 5w, so divide by 5. So 1,000 divided by 5 is 200, is equal to r minus w. So there are my 2 equations in simplest form. Incidentally, if you did these 2 equations, you'd get full credit too. So then it asks us to solve the system, so let's just solve. So we have 2r is equal to 500. So the rate of the plane is going to have to be 250. But you know what? That's not what it asks us for, is it? It asks us for the rate of the wind. Now the rate of the wind is going to be, well, we have to plug that in, right? We plug in the 250. So it goes into the equation. There's no other way of doing it. So I have, let's use the bottom equation, because I like halves better than thirds, don't you? So we have 5/2 times 250 minus w, so minus, is equal to 500. And again, I want to multiply everything by 2. So actually, why don't I just plug it in here? Yeah, that'd make a lot more sense. So 250 plus something is 300. Well, that means it must be, the wind current has to be 50 kilometers per hour. Much better. There are no starbursts left. Sorry. All right. So then, let's move on to problem number 7. Very You can clear it. All right, in a two-digit number. Oh, okay, in a two-digit number, the tens digit is 4 more than the units digit. The number is 7. The number is 7 less than 4 times the sum of its digits. Okay. So let's first deal with my table. So my table, we know that the tens digit is just going to be 10t, just like we've been doing a ton of times. So the value is going to be 10t plus u. 10, or for those people who can't read that, 10t plus u. All right, so that is what should go in here. So then let's write out our equations. I'm going to erase that to give myself some more room. So two-digit number, the tens digit is 4 more. So tens digit, t, is, means equals, 4 more means plus 4 units digit. So I have one equation. So then for my second equation, the number, the overall number is, so that's 10t plus u is means equals 7 less, so that's minus 7, then 8 times the sum of the digits. 8 times the sum of the digits. Now obviously I didn't plan ahead here. Sorry about that. So the sum of the digits is t plus u, and I have my minus 7. Alright. So let's go ahead and distribute this. We want this simplified as much as possible. So we have 8t plus 8u minus 7 on my right side. On my left side, I still have my 10t plus u. So let's go ahead and subtract out the 8t and 8u. So I end up with 2t, because I'm subtracting 8t from both sides, minus 7u, because I subtract 8u from both sides, is equal to negative 7. Alright, so then I know t is equal to u plus 4. So I'm going to substitute that in. I'm going to work down here. So I have 2 times, and t is u plus 4, minus 7u is equal to negative 7. Distribute. So obviously I'm using substitution. So I have 2u plus 8 minus 7u is equal to negative 7. So, is this going to get me a number that I want to do? I'm a little nervous about the 7s. Oh. I think I've been doing it right so far. So I'll keep going. So I add these two things together, so I get negative 5u. Oh, it's going to work out just fine. Is equal to, subtract 8 from both sides, so I get negative 15. So I get u is equal to 3. So my units digit is a 3. I was nervous because that 7, 7 doesn't go into a whole lot of things, right? So I know that, of course I've gone all over the place. Oh, there we go. So we know that for b, we have the two equations, which I just conveniently erased, I'm sorry. And so we know that the units digit is a 3. So then I know that t is equal to 3 plus 4, so it's 73. All right, question 8. Basketball. Who doesn't love basketball? All right. So it says that tickets to a basketball game cost $2 for adults and $1 for students. If 175 people attend the game and their seats total $255, how many students attended the game? And so we have to fill in these two things. We know the number of tickets times the cost per ticket will give me the total value, right? So I know that we have 2a right here, because a times 2 is 2a. Fairly straightforward, huh? S times 1 is just s. My goodness, that's an easy 6 points right there. And so then I know that 2s, so I know that 2a plus s is equal to 55. And I also know, based on this, that a plus s is equal to 175. So I'm going to subtract everything. So that's the same as multiplying everything by -1. I'll get my a. Yes, you can have a graham cracker. So we have a, these cancel, is equal to, so that's 25, 25 plus 55 is, yes, Anya? Yes, you can have a graham cracker. So we have 55 plus 25. So that's 80. Okay, so we have 80 adults. Well, if we have 80 adults and we have 175 people, that means that we have, I don't need to do that, so that's just 5, because 5 minus 0 is 5. Borrow, and so that means 95 of the tickets sold were students. And there you have it. So we have the two equations right here, and we have the solution right here. All right, number 9. All right, the length of a rectangle, so I need a rectangle. I'll probably just go ahead and draw the rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 1 inch less than 3 times the width. All right, the perimeter is 38. So 2L, there's 2W plus 2L is equal to 38. Write a system of what are the dimensions of the rectangle? So, well, I know that W is W, and I know L is 3, and so this equals L, so that's my second equation. So I have 2W plus 2, now instead of L I can write 3W minus 1 is equal to 38. So we have 2W plus 6W minus 2 is equal to 38. So add the W, so we have 8W minus 2 is equal to 38. So we have 8W, so we add 2 to both sides, is equal to 40. So W divided by 5 on both sides is equal to 5. So the width is 5, which would make the length 14. So here's our system. That's part B, or part A, and part B is it's 5 by 14. Anya, why are you climbing on my desk? Is it fun? Okay. Can you tell Campbell this is his 5-minute warning? Go outside and tell Campbell he needs to come in and get dressed in 5 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. Okie dokie. Number 10, last one. A florist buys 302 flowers. Don't yell out. Oh, you can take it. The florist buys 302 flowers to make a corsage for the winter dance. Aww. A carnation corsage uses 3 flowers, and a rose corsage uses 2 flowers. If the florist made 112 corsages, how many of each type were made? Alright, so we know that the carnation has 3, and the rose has 2 roses, and that has a total of 302 flowers. We also know that the number of carnation corsages plus the number of rose corsages is equal to 112. So let's solve this. I'm going to solve by multiplying everything here by 2. I'll go 2. Negative 2, actually. So I get negative 2c, negative 2r, and negative 224, because I just multiplied everything by 2. So now, when I add, this crosses out, so I get c is equal to minus 78. So I made 78 corsages. Say that 15 times fast. So that means move the 101 minus my 78. So I have to borrow there, right? So there's my 4 right here. So I have 34 rows corsages, and I have 78 carnation corsages. I hope you have a great weekend. See you on Monday.